To come up here and do this thing tonight, I couldn't think about what amazed me most about Dave. Was it the fact that, you know, here's a man that spent 40 years dedicated to his job, and that in itself is amazing. Or is it the fact that here's a man that after he retired has been up to visit the compound more times than the UPS truck? I ain't lying, y'all. We be sitting outside smoking, UPS truck go by. UPS truck. 3, 2, 1. There's Dave. Right on schedule. And when you retire, you know, Dave just doesn't just come up and visit. You know, Dave's got to come up and let us know that retirement has been treating him lovely. His car is immaculate. Have you seen it outside? It's all like a mini sun outside. If any of y'all saw that. Outside, shining. Inside, immaculate, wheels glistening. I think the brother even spit shine his antenna when he come up here. And it doesn't stop there. Dave pulls up, gets out the car, right? How old are you now, Dave? 59. I think that deserves a round of applause in and of itself. 59-year-old man in a beautiful car steps out. He's got a fresh pair of Nikes on, brand new. He's got on a pair of blue jeans, not dungarees, mind you, blue jeans. Because you know when you retire, AARP sends you about 5 pair of dungarees just to get you started. He had on an oversized t-shirt, kind of like the kids be wearing, and a blue baseball cap. Brother looked like he stepped fresh out of a hip-hop video. I'm like, who are you recording with, man? Jay-Z? Diddy? Kanye? Come on, man, let me in. Who is it? And the thing about Dave, I think that amazes me more than anything, is he can come up here and let you know that when you retire, you got something to look forward to. You got something to look forward to. And one of the things that I dig about him is that he's able to just break things up. He doesn't always keep it the same. So like I told you, I came up here real fresh one day. There was this one day in particular, Dave came up to visit us. And he had on this crisp white t-shirt, or actually it was a white button-up shirt with 2 chest pockets on the front, which is really one chest pocket too many. I mean, how much stuff you gonna put in a chest pocket? But anyway, Dave's got this crisp white shirt on, and it looks like he probably spent about 20 minutes ironing the shirt and about a half a can of spray starch. Like he was just sitting up there like, y'all, the shirt was starched so much it was bulletproof. It was bad. And like I said, this is the type of shirt, like, at one point the shirt, mind you, the shirt was sleeveless. At one point it had long sleeves attached to it, but apparently somebody had hacked the sleeves off with a machete. So the outside part of the sleeve was a little tattered, a little ripped around the end. My man was looking like an extra from a slave epic. I'm like, man, what you got, a Rolling Roots 3, man? Cooper's Revenge, The Search for Toby? What's really good? But no, the other thing about Dave, his last few months of gainful employment, Dave used to have this real distinguished, like salt and pepper look to his hair. You know, sort of like a Morgan Freeman or maybe like a Danny Glover or something like that. But then every once in a while, Dave would come up and he'd have like a real sharp, precise shape up, and his hair would be jet black. I don't know if any of y'all remember that first season of Soul Train, how Don Cornelius thing was real dark back in the day. But he'd come in and I'd be like, bruh, if you start sweating up in here, it's gonna look like beads of motor oil running down your face. But no, I don't want to go too hard on Dave for a second. If I can, I'd like to just switch the mood up for a second and talk about another man that's dear to us all. I don't know if any of you guys know this guy. This is Lucky Larry. I'm not familiar how many of you guys know this man. But this here is Lucky Larry. Get a look at that, kids. And when I first met Dave, like, he told me that he was a wrestler, and I was like, you know, he was involved in pro wrestling. And I was like, look, man, you gotta hook me up, you gotta give me a picture. So he hooked me up and gave me this, and for the life of me, when you first look at this picture, you think one or two things. This is either a well-dressed pro wrestling manager or an angry pimp who obviously wants his money right now. And you know, like I said, when I first saw this picture, I was like, wow, man, you know, the pork chop sideburns, they threw me off for a second. I was like, man, we was wrestling back in the 70s, man? That's pretty cool, man. He was like, nah, bro, this is from the 90s. I was like, and you was rocking your sideburns like that? He was like, nah, man, the sideburns are fake. And I was like, wow. There's actually a man out there somewhere that makes a living off a company that sells fake pork chop sideburns. Can you believe that? So anyway, I think about that and I said to myself, you know, it's gotta be cool because Dave is a real patient and understanding guy. And the fact that he used to be a wrestler, I had to make it cool to be one of his kids. You know, because when you combine all that stuff together, that makes for a pretty fun dad. But then I started thinking, like, what if he was the exact opposite? You know, what if he wasn't so cool and laid back? Beatings in the Reed household could have been a whole lot different back in that era. Just imagine this. Dave come home from work, long day, come in. May says, look, man, these kids been acting up all day. He'd be like, May, get my belt. Go get my belt. And May's not going to grab the belt like you or I would wear. No. She's going to go up in the attic and get the championship belt. You know, the one that's up there in the glass cases, you got to break to get it out. She's going to bring that out. Bring it downstairs, be like, man, these kids been getting on my nerves all day, baby. Go ahead and defend the title. Dave put the belt on. Who spilled this? Was this you, boy? Take that to the head. Leave that refrigerator open. Kick-cha! To the back. Oh, you want to suck your teeth? Oh, girl, come here. May, grab her feet, grab her feet. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Show you how I defend the title up in here. My name's Isaiah, y'all. Thanks.